How's it going, everybody? This is Marcus Aurelius coming to you from formerly beautiful Seattle, Washington. Remember, the red pill is better than the lead pill. Get active, get involved. All right. So, if you've been keeping up with the news, Seattle local news, that is where I am from. The Socialist City Council has even been called out by the chief of police in Seattle. She came out on Fox News and pretty much called them what they are. Our councilwoman, Sawant, is a proud socialist. All of their shenanigans, her letting BLM into the city hall. She had the keys. Open City Hall. This is getting pretty crazy. So if you live in the Seattle area, even if you don't, this is a call to action. What is their next move? This is straight out of the Socialist playbook, Power Grabs. They are moving, or at least they are beginning to discuss moving our sheriff, King County Sheriff, from an elected position to an appointed position. So the same crazy people who literally opened City Hall for these people to march in, these people want to appoint a sheriff that is going to pass their morality test. It will no longer be in the hands of the voters. Think of that. Think of that. It is horrible. That really, really bad guy from Germany about 100 years ago, this is what they did. This is literally what they did. So the voters handed over their voice. They handed over their power, the only power we really have in this nation, voting. Yeah. So this is a call to arms, and keep in mind, I'm a former Democrat. I'm a former leftist, sadly. Former Bernie bro. I drank the Kool-Aid. Thank God I was red-pilled and studied history before it was too late. I would be out there with these people. I've been to several marches and rallies. The linchpin for me, what separated me from a lot of my friends that are still in those groups, is nonviolence. I absolutely do not believe in violence at all. I'm also a Christian. I do not believe in violence for supporting this kind of stuff. That was the linchpin. That was the red pill. Seeing cities burnt to the ground. A neighborhood in my city, the Chaz Chop, everything that happened, having a front row view to $23 million worth of damage so far, lost life, 2 murders, 2 executions rather. It wasn't accidental. Anywho, this is a call to arms. Using your voice. So where I'm going with that is I am familiar with a lot of the leftist tactics. They are way more involved than your average 40-hour-a-week, 50-hour-a-week, hardworking American out there busting your butt, providing for your families. We get too busy. These type of people, they're either alphabet people, they don't have kids, they're young, they live in their parents' basement, or they're ideological professors and stuff like that. People that aren't really family-oriented, or they're not religious. They don't get that fulfillment from going to any kind of religious institution and having that connection, that social connection with other people. This is their religion. This is their family. This is everything. That's what makes them so scary. They're zealots. They're brainwashed. They have their Bible. It's called the Communist Manifesto. They have their morality. This is a power grab. So what I need you to do, this is a call to action. We need to stop being complacent. And I've realized my job as a former leftist, former brainwashed activist, my job is going to be to educate normal people, conservative people, how to use these tactics, how to turn this back around on the radical left. So I'm going to educate people. First thing you got to do is educate yourself. I would highly recommend get a copy of Rules for Radicals by Saul Alinsky. And you might think, why would I read that junk? Well, first you got to understand your enemy, right? You have to understand what they know, so you'll know how to counter it. But the second step, we got to start getting involved. Back in the day, people used to write letters to their congressmen, to their congresswomen, to their governors, to their mayors. People used to write letters. People used to get involved that way. A lot of times we complain on the internet and we think we're doing something. We need to redirect that. And I'm starting to see some conservative marches. There was one in California at the Capitol a couple days ago. That is promising. That means that people are getting involved. But what we need to do is start making a call to arms using your voice as the weapon, because it is a war of information more than anything. So this is just a call. I need everyone, and I'll have the links for this provided below. I need everyone to attend this. It's going to be an online Facebook event, discussion on changes to the county's criminal legal system. This is horrible. They're wanting to move the sheriff position from elected to appointed. 9 radical socialist council members deciding who the sheriff for the King County metro area, it's over 1 million people, I don't know, have the exact number, to be appointed by 9 people. So no representation. This is going to be someone that has to pass their purity test, someone who will enforce their ideology. This is literally how these movements have happened throughout the years. We are witnessing it. You have to get involved now before it's too late. So I want you to attend this. However they have it set up, no Facebook account required. kingcounty.gov/council. That's the other thing. We need to start emailing these people. So in the description, I'm going to have some email addresses. Let's just go ahead and do it. It's publicly available information. And that's going to be the topic of the next video, is how to get involved, who to email in your local area. And if you want to do this, I highly, highly recommend an anonymous email account. You don't have to use your real name, because think about how bad this would go if we end up with real persecution, political persecution. If we are up against the wall one day, if you know what I'm talking about, if you're emailing, hey, I don't think this is a good idea, you first of all get an anonymous email address. That is one of the things that has been very effective with the left. If you've noticed, a lot of these Twitter accounts, and they're able to spread their message, they rarely use their real name. They'll hide behind a moniker. And unfortunately, that is a tactic I've had to do because of cancel culture and what could very quickly, if these people take over, law enforcement. Think about it. Dismantle the police, what little police is left, if there is any. They say we want to reimagine the police force. We want to put in a sheriff that was not elected. Think of where this is going. This is getting scary. So if you have to create, super easy, I recommend Proton Mail. It is encrypted, anonymous, and if you send these emails to these elected officials, hey, this isn't cool. This is an infringement on our rights, on our voice. All you have to do is sign it, concerned citizen. You do not have to put your name. The point is, if enough of us do this, start getting some attention, because the loudest voices right now are the radical left. They do make up about 8% of the population. How tragic is that? About 92% of Americans are scratching our head going, what the heck is going on? But think of these takeovers throughout history. I mean, the USSR, it was a small group of college kids. And they drugged the Tsar out in the yard, and you all know where that went. Look at the bad man from Germany. It's coercion, a small group of very, very loud people using coercion and intimidation to get what they want. It's the same exact thing we're seeing now. What is different, we are aware of how these things happen. Think of the people back then. That was kind of a new thing. The first Decemberists, 1917 or whatever it was, who executed the Tsar, overthrew the monarchy, executed his family, his poor little kids. We have history to look back to, so we can see a pattern. So if you're any good at pattern recognition, you can see where this stuff is going. Having our sheriff for King County, which is a lot of people, easily over 1 million people, the position in charge of guaranteeing the safety of those people. Keep in mind, these are the same people that safety is not guaranteed. You don't have a right to safety. You don't deserve a right to safety because of your skin color, because of your culture. And we need to take the power back. These people are... This could go really, really bad. We are going down the exact path. South Africa. Yeah, we've got to get involved now. So mark your calendars. Monday, July 13th, noon to 1 p.m. Keep in mind, this is Pacific time. So if you need to research, if you're on Eastern Standard, I think it's 3 hours behind. I'm not entirely sure. Need to look up, or if you just Google, time zones, there's like a time zone calculator. You can type this in, select Pacific, and have it spit out an answer for Eastern, or if you're Mountain Time or whatever. We need to log on to this. Mark your calendars, log on to this. Get involved. If they remove, if this goes from an elected position, the sheriff in charge of the safety of lots of people, if it goes into the hands of these 9 radical council members in Seattle, including Sawant, who is being called out as a radical socialist by our own police chief for the city of Seattle. Think of that. These people are taking power, and the reasonable people, even the mayor of Seattle, has called for this rogue radical council. But is it too late? I don't know. Speak up. We need to start speaking up. We need to adopt their tactics. We need to educate ourselves. We need to get involved. We need to communicate. Join a militia. It's an easy Google search. It's a great community. They will network with you. There's lots of training to protect yourself. Get involved. We're beyond just being keyboard warriors. I'm doing as much as I can do to provide what I know to people. So like, share, subscribe. Share this video if you like it. Follow me on Parler, BitChute, and YouTube. Help me grow this channel. This is video number 3. I'm having fun doing this. And from my former liberal point of view, this is pretty fun. We are witnessing history. Get active, get involved, speak up, and get yourself an anonymous account. Make yourself cancel proof. Peace out.